Hello. You may find, again in this video, some polysyllabic, foreign-sounding and philosophic words. But that is because I'm not good at everyday English. I studied English from books and teachers, and I've read about this in books by critics of Marx and Marx himself, and that's how they write. But let's begin. British economists, Ricardo Smith, had created the theory of value. They realized that exchange value is measured by human labor. They wanted to know how national wealth can be measured objectively and how it is distributed. But Marx transformed this theory of value in four ways, two major ones of which I have mentioned already, and that was the twofold character of labor, concrete labor that creates the products, and the abstract form of labor that creates exchange value. And the other one was his discovery that the worker sells not his labor, but his labor power. And Marx transformed the traditional theory of value in two more ways. One was, unlike Ricardo, he said that labor is not only the measure of exchange value, but its only source. And he said that the phenomenon of exchange value is not a natural, inseparable part of society and civilization, but is a historical, transitory form of the organization of production and exchange. I should note here that because complex labor is reduced to ordinary labor, labor time, change in productivity affects only the total amount of use value, that is the products that are produced, or better products, but it does not affect the total amount of exchange value. When technology is improved, the more goods are produced, but every article has a correspondingly smaller value, so that the total amount of exchange value remains the same. Since the products of labor manifest their value only in exchange, in comparison with one another, it follows that any one of them can be used as a measure for the value of another one. So the appearance of a universal standard for measuring the value in money form is due to this abstract form, which is a result of the process of exchange. The precious metals came to be used because of their physical properties, resistance to corrosion, and the fact that they can be made into coins. In money, exchange value somehow becomes autonomous, and its origin in labor, in human labor, is hidden from view. The fact that we can own products of labor in the form of money creates the illusion that money or gold has an inherent value and is a source of wealth. We make the assumption that goods are exchanged according to their value. With the appearance of money, though, appears price. And in money, value and price can become divergent, can become different. This is from Capital. The price form, however, is not only compatible with the possibility of a quantitative incongruity between magnitude of value and price, that is, between the former and its expression in money, but it may also conceal a qualitative inconsistency. So much so that although money is nothing but the value form of commodities, price ceases altogether to express value. Objects that in themselves are no commodities, such as conscience, honor, etc., may be offered for sale by their holders and thus acquire through their price the form of commodities. Hence, an object may have a price without having a value. Prices tend to equal values, but usually they fluctuate above or below. this contrast between values and prices is the basic contradiction of capitalist production and exchange. But this inequality is not an explanation for profit. Before investigating the source of profit, however, we should acknowledge the effect of the money form on human thought processes. Neither the exchange of commodities nor the existence of money is a sufficient condition for capitalist production. What is needed, what is required, is free sale of human labor power and a production system that is aimed at increase of exchange value. But the commodity and its money form assumed by objects is the root of an illusion which Marx calls commodity fetishism. This causes a deformation of consciousness called alienation. And fetishism contains in embryo all other forms of alienation. The autonomy of political institutions, which may turn to institutions of oppression. The autonomy of creations in the human brain in the form of religious fantasies. I'll finish this video with this quotation from Capital. The existence of things as commodities and the value relation between the products of labor which stamps them as commodities have absolutely no connection with their physical properties and with the material relations arising therefrom. Here it is a particular social relation between men and assumes in their eyes the imaginary form of a relation between things. To find an analogy, we must have recourse to the mist-enveloped regions of the religious world, where the productions of the human brain appear as independent beings endowed with life and entering into relation both with one another and with the human race.